Okay, finally, an intro. The name. Love or fear. Basically what that means is the end result is, yes, I actually had to take notes for myself. Is that I'm effectively the universe's bitch. So I'm not young. I have a grandchild, and I've always had a little bit here and there, a little bit of precog or empath abilities, a little bit of energy picking up, that sort of thing. Yeah, nothing crazy. But since last year, 2019, that's when the gifts started coming in. So the universe decided that apparently I would make a great vessel. And my thought is, who the hell is in charge up there? Because they picked the wrong person. Because I didn't grow up with what goes through me now, which is a lot. And waking up one day and out of the blue, suddenly feeling like you're in the fifth sense and you can talk to dead people and see things and predict things. And it's like, who dropped me off at Hogwarts? Where the hell is my wand? And can I trade my cats for an owl? It's kind of surreal. My patron guide, of course, with the Violet Flame is Kuan Yin. And I did have a conversation with her a while back and asked her those questions. Why me? Why me? And why now? She told me it was because my approach to my own deep healing was so uncommon, because I went deep and I went hard and I did not stop. I had a 9, 10, almost a year-long purge session from childhood trauma. So it was very, very intense. And so basically she said the tools, the methods, and the approach that I used for myself was exactly what the energies need to help people who are already on their own journey, getting stuck, need some guidance, need some assistance, that sort of thing. And I'm like, and they're like, so go guide. Yeah. What? Wait a minute. So how did I get signed up for this job, right? How did I get employed by the universe? I did not put in a resume. I didn't ask for this. And it's the kind of thing that you don't ask for. You just end up getting picked, apparently. And don't ever ask why. Don't. You'll be buying stock in straitjackets. Seriously, you end up feeling like you should be put away because I'm, not when you didn't grow up with it. And the thing is, healing really is a choice. And it is a choice between love or fear, because those are really where the healing comes in. And it is work. It is very, very hard, deep, difficult, painful work. There is no quick fix. If you are on the ascension path, if you really feel like you are on the ascension path, there is no fast track route. There is no easy route. And it is the most difficult journey that you could ever take. Now, if you are just looking to, gain some insight and some inner healing, something, that you can work with on yourself every day, that's what the general readings that I'm doing right now are. I'm not used to drawing for a collective. I'm used to pretty much one-on-one, doing things directly. And when I first started, just a month or so ago, I realized I was pulling, global energy, and I'm like, okay, this is too big. This is too much. This applies to everyone, everywhere, all the time, right now. It was all COVID related stuff, of course. So I asked my guides for guidance on how to break these down to be more relevant and more helpful to smaller groups. And because of the style of reading, zodiacs don't really apply. So it was decided to go with daily and the birthdays. Now I am behind, but I'm kind of starting fresh. So for anyone that has seen some of my prior videos, or if you go back and watch the prior videos, the language is changing. Because it's kind of confusing, I feel like, to go from, love or fear to light or shadow. So they're going to be the same readings, but the language is going to change to basically looking at the love and looking at the fears, and again, how to balance those energies. What comes out in your outer. So it could be an expression of fear, or it could be an expression of love that you're showing to the outside. And the inner is going to be the same thing. Is it going to be an expression of love or an expression of fear? And then we look at the connecting energies in between the outer and the love, and how are you supporting yourself? What are the mechanisms being used? So these are just kind of some very general basic guidance. I do focus in on the birthdays, but they are timeless. And they are not particular to any individual. It's just one way to pull in a specific group of energies. So, just kind of wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. This will be my ongoing intro for a while, other than the change of the language. They were going to try and have me do a whole new spread, and I'm like, that's getting way too complicated. So, and where I took my notes, how fitting. It's the truth. And eventually on Instagram, once I get this part together here in the next week or so, there's going to be additional guidance that's going to delve a little more into the direction, and there's a lot of information out there on ascension. These are my experiences that I'm drawing from, what I've been guided to share. I'm not exactly sure what it's going to look like yet. I'm going to assume they will give me the information I need as the time comes. So without further ado, this is for Sunday, the 24th. I know I am behind, but with everything they've been bringing in for me as far as the changes they want me to make in messaging and processes, and what they want me to expand into or more directly narrow into. And I've been, of course, dealing with my own deep soul lessons, which will be one of the tools that are used. But let me get off that topic, otherwise the cards will pick up my energy instead of you guys's. So we want to make sure this is unbiased and it's clear, and it's for, the intention is for those whose birthdays are on Sunday. So happy birthday to you guys. Hopefully we pull something wonderful and you have a fantastic birthday. So May 24th, birthdays, unbiased. For those whose birthdays are May 24th, we want to look at the fears. We want to look at the love. We want to look at the balancing energies. What is being expressed outwardly and what is being expressed inwardly. What is being... Well, somebody wants to come in and help, apparently. You know, it's really strange channel. It's a very, very new thing. So is mediumship. A lot of... So I can channel, and I do channel a lot. Not usually while reading. Not in a collective, anyway. May 24th, birthdays. Love and fear. Yeah, you guys know the drill. Unbiased. Clairvoyance, and I've seen people's faces transition into past life images. It's really, that's weird. You guys just don't know. You don't know. You know, be careful being on this path, because if your intention is to be on the ascension path, the universe will employ you. And you know, for some people who have had abilities of this degree their entire life, this may not be so crazy. But when you're old enough to start having grandkids and suddenly you are talking to dead people, it's kind of weird. It is really weird, actually. Okay, without further ado, you're reading. So as usual, just to stay consistent, I am going to look at the fears first. The challenges that may exist in getting over those fears or past those fears. The love. I think I'm going to change that. I'm being told, yeah. Is that what you guys want? What's supporting the love rather than challenges? What might be getting in the way? And then how to balance them. Okay. Well, we just had an in the moment change. All right, here we go. All right. For those whose birthday, wow. Okay. And the challenge for that fear, please. What is the challenge or block or concern to pay attention to for this fear? What is the challenge for this fear for Sunday? Birthday Sunday, unbiased. What is the challenge, please? What is the... Thank you. And what is the love for birthdays? Tell me about the love for those birthdays. Oh, and cups. And what is supporting love for the birthday Sunday, the 24th? What is supporting? I know, guys, you decided it. Supporting the love. Grunion's nodding her head and everybody else is like, we're used to doing it this way. Reverse. Okay. And what is the balancing energy? What is the balancing, or what is needed to balance? What is the recommendation for the balance? Whatever it is you guys have about balancing these two energies, the love and the fear. And I may also start to press pause. Some videos aren't quite so long while I'm picking up the energies. And what is being expressed externally, please? There's two. All right. And what is internal? What is the internal energy, please? What is it for May 24th? Unbiased. What is the internal energy, please? What is the inner energy, please? Okay. Sunday, unbiased. Connecting energies between love and outer, please. Connecting unbiased between love and outer, please. Connecting energies between love and outer, please. Connecting energy between love and outer. Connecting energy between love and outer, please. Connecting energy. Energy, love and outer, please. Connecting energy between love and outer. Connecting energy between love and outer. Yeah, you guys probably don't want to listen to me doing that. That is too many. Guys, I'm not taking three. I want one. Give me one, please. The connecting energy between love and outer. Give my people their messages. There we go. Thank you. See, you just gotta ask the right way, apparently. All right, connecting energy between love and inner. I'll go with the one that fell first. I'm glad I did. Connecting energy between inner and fear. What is the inner fear? Connecting energy with the inner fear. And the connecting energy between the fear and outer. The fear and outer. The fear and the outer. Just thought about it. 24th, fear and outer. You know what? I think that card has tried a couple times, so if it half flips again like that, I'm going to take it. I'm pretty sure it's the same card. Outer and fear, please. I think that was it. All right, I don't usually do it that way. I want them to come out on their own, but that was taking too long. All right, let me take 1 second if it looks like it's going to take me a minute. And you know what? These cards are, they really carry different energy. So you're releasing this justice. Two of Cups. Needing to be somebody's wish fulfillment. I'm not fighting for it anymore. They're not seeing it. Oh, it looks like this is kind of a... Yeah. This is a relationship reading for real. All right. 24th. All right, Sunday people. It looks like there is a relationship of some type. And it does look like a romantic relationship. It doesn't have to be. But with the Two of Cups, with all the cups, frankly, the Star card, I do feel like it is romantic, but it could be any type of relationship. It could be friendship. It could be family members. And with the holiday coming up, you know, that's a possibility. And it could be due to, you know, just being cooped up with people. That can be put a real strain on a relationship. Pooled finances. Yeah, it looks like there is... Somebody was waiting. I feel like somebody's actually not waiting anymore. Even though the Three of Wands is upright. You know, not being good enough, not being the wish fulfillment, not being the one, not being invested in. I feel like that's being released. Like there's been a waiting for it. There's been a waiting for being good enough, being perceived, being accepted, being... So there's a fear. Did I wait too long? Did I wait long enough? So it feels like there's some hesitation. Feels like there's some hesitation, like there's been a long wait to be somebody's star, to be their wish fulfillment, to be that ideal, be perceived as that ideal partner. And it looks like that partnership did exist. Because of this Two of Coins here, which speaks of like joint finances, shared responsibilities, material wealth, that sort of thing. And this Two of Cups, and it's in reverse, so it's ending. And it looks like it's a break at least. There's at least a break going on. A pause, a separation, taking a break, yeah. And it's the purpose is to restore balance. Justice card. And there's a lot of fire energy in this particular Justice card, which is unusual. There's almost what looks like dragons, and you can actually see the flames in there. You know, Justice card is usually kind of a black and white balance, quality. There's usually a moon. So this would suggest that maybe the person that needs the break perhaps is the masculine energy, not necessarily male, but the masculine energy. And there was emotional balance, but there's also, I feel like this is inner emotional balance. Like somebody got balanced within. Someone in this connection, and I couldn't tell you which one, but somebody in this connection found their self-love. They connected with themselves, and they have realized that they do not need to hold on for the sake of financial stability. And it looks like it's not enough. It looks like that just offering, you know, there's these 3 cups, universe is offering another cup, and the youth is like, no, I don't really, it's not what I want. So it may be that somebody in this connection just is not offering what's most desired. Is that desire actually about, you know, finances? Or is it something bigger? There's been conflict in this, and this is fear and inner. Yeah, so there's been a lot of inner conflict with the Seven of Swords. There's this particular Seven of Swords, usually it implies something sneaky and a betrayal. And it doesn't matter because it came out reversed, so it's a releasing of this conflict. Actually, no, it didn't come out reversed. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, waiting for you know, what you actually want. Waiting to be that star, waiting to be recognized, waiting to be, you know, having put in all the work and being recognized, and it's just you're still not up there. You're still not being recognized and appreciated and valued. I feel like, you know, this being the fear, just that it's a sudden recognition. You've been waiting, but it's a sudden realization that it doesn't look like this is going to happen. That recognition is going to come. And the Five of Cups, which is in reverse. Normally, the Five of Cups is a lot like the Four of Cups. Kind of depressing. And this one's reversed. It came out reversed. But the difference in the energy of this guy is not all sad and maudlin and crying and depressed because he's not getting what he wants, like this one, the Five of Cups. He's like prideful. I knocked over all these cups and I have this cup left, and what are you going to do about it? That's kind of, I get out of this particular card in this particular deck, I get kind of an ego. And ego just generates a lot of fear. And since it's cups, that would be emotional fear and insecurity, and that's being released. The balancing energy between this love and between the fear about this love is independence, confidence, being on your own and having that inner balance for yourself or whoever it is that may be initiating. And honestly, even if you are not, whoever's birthday is on the 24th or whoever this reading may resonate with, even if it is the other person initiating, because you aren't their star, and they're not going to accept anything less, or they're refusing to recognize, in the shared finances, they decide to take theirs and go. Whoever's initiating this separation, or this break in relationship. I don't want to say necessarily separation. It could be somebody just needs a rest. They just need a break from the situation. Maybe things have just gotten too stressful being in closely confined quarters, and you just need a break. And that's okay. I don't see anything that shows this is a fixed and permanent end. This is what is going on in the energy right now. And even if that's the case, the opportunity here, the balance between the love and the fear, obviously if you're finding this within, but you're still carrying this fear, then the universe is definitely encouraging you and supporting you to get into your power and to stay in this supportive, balancing energy for yourself. And you don't need this, obviously, because this is here. And what I'm getting with the cups and the wands being the way they are is I kind of feel like, pardon me, I'm sorry. Sorry about that, guys. With everything going on, I didn't know if that was an emergency. My phone never rings. Not during a reading, anyway. And I have no idea. I wanted to make sure it wasn't an emergency. I may cut that part out. I have no idea where I left off, unfortunately, which is terrible when you're recording. I think I pretty much covered everything, though. I think I was talking about, regardless of who is initiating this rest period, this break, then the balancing energy is still what it is, that independence. And I think that's pretty much the only part I was wrapping up. Yeah. So with that, I am going to go ahead and get some advice from the universe to read to you guys. And you know what? I kind of feel like I'm being pulled to Celtic Tree. Celtic Tree is really, really great for inner healing, messages, guidance. There's not very many cards, but they are incredible. All right, for this reading, for birthdays Sunday, 24th. For this reading, for birthdays Sunday, the 24th. Sunday, 24th. Advice, please. Advice, support, input for Sunday, birthdays the 24th. Advice, support, universe. Give these folks the message they need to hear. The support that they need. They're having trouble with this situation, with this needed break, apparently. And I think I might have been talking about the Five of Cups and how that's different. And letting go of that. I got two, so I'm going to pick the one that came out first. Letting go of that sense of loss. You know, just I mean, there's going to be sadness. But I mean, it can't be avoided. There's going to be sadness. But as long as we don't get stuck in that. I mean, if mourning and sadness and allowing ourselves to experience those emotions it's human. You know? So just don't get stuck there. Don't dwell in it. Experience it for as long as you need to. Everybody heals in their own time. But you don't need to stay in it. That's, 10. Court apples. This is it upright. Came out reversed. I do read both. The reversed and the upright. And it's 10, which does indicate an ending. But again, because the cards themselves are not showing like a complete end. This is actually going to address. I love this. So it has keywords: female, lineage, decision, choices, beauty, abundance, regeneration, fertility, motherhood. Pardon me. Here's that abundance. Female, lineage, decision. Here's that decision. And here's the decision. So there's a lot of decisions being made here. Beauty, abundance, regeneration, fertility, motherhood. Yeah, potential for a new beginning here. It's going to be up to you and that partner or whatever this relationship may be. So, the court apple shares the 9th lunation with the coal hazel, but brings in its own perspective to this sunny time of year. So this is June card. Northern Hemisphere dates, June 13th to July 10th. So that could be sometime when this is happening. It may not be happening on your birthday. This could be something that's occurring a little bit more down the road. We'll find out. She offers us such sweet fruit and in such variety, it is fitting that she is concerned with beauty and making choices among many good things. She also reminds us of the unseen helpers that minister to the plant world. With Apple, we honor the fairies as well as the divas and nature spirits that play a central role in the organization and proliferation of plant life on our planet. Apple represents the mother aspect of the goddess, our connection to our female lineages, and to our ancestral homelands. Glastonbury is sacred to this tree, as is the symbol of the pentacle, which can be seen at the core of the apple that has been sliced horizontally. Pentacle. How appropriate. Feminine abundance pentacle. The agam for this tree is the quart and the letters Q and CC. In the reading, and then reverse, that's upright and then reverse. Abundance is associated with this card, therefore you are granted many boons and blessings. You are reminded to be grateful and to count those blessings. Appreciation is in order. Look to the paradise that you live in and do what you can to protect her. Give your gratitude to all the unseen helpers of nature. Perhaps you can leave a corner of your yard or garden wild so that the nature spirits have a safe place to dwell. Apple invites you to rest and heal from strife. To rest and heal from strife. I love this deck. From strife, illness, fatigue, or injury. You are granted the unconditional love of the Great Mother. When you get this card in a reading, you may also be offered a choice between two equally beautiful things. 2 coins. Two of Cups, just to show where the twos are showing up. And they are beautiful. I mean, 2 of Coins in most cards is like juggling. It's taking on too much burden. It's not making a decision, but in this one, 2 of Coins is more like the 2 of Cups. You know, it's a joint finances. And you also have the 2 of Cups, granted it's reversed, but that's okay. These are still beautiful things. It is not an easy choice to make. It may be time to place your attention on one thing at the expense of other choices. If so, hone in on your talents. Choose and enjoy the sweetness of the apple that you picked. If this were a traditional tarot, that would be pick one. Apple also connects you to your homelands. Is it time to make a spiritual pilgrimage? If this is not possible, you can study the ancient spirituality of these places and find out more about your own lineage. Immerse yourself in some study of ancient wisdom. Reversed, which is how it came out. Perhaps you are perceiving the glass as half empty. That's pretty much what this is. And you could also say the star reversed. You might be looking at what is wrong in your life rather than enjoying the good things you have. So that would be the love and the fear. And no matter what the outcome is, here's the balancing card. Are you avoiding taking care of yourself? Perhaps you need better nourishment and a healthy exercise. Summer asks us to participate in outdoor activities. Are you making time to connect with nature? Consider this a gentle reminder to enjoy life in your body. Are you so busy that you do not enjoy the beauty around you? Stop and take a moment to breathe. Move from judgment to gratitude. That's a message that we could all use. Also, now it is not in your best interest to avoid making choices, even if you must choose between many attractive alternatives. And here's the message. I, the great mother apple tree, send you the full sun of summer. You know, that sun is here in this balance right here. It's everything it's talking about, is getting that balance back into nature. There are an awful lot of pentacles and cups here. A couple wands. But maybe part of your justice, maybe part of your inner balance. Because if you look, Pentacles is all about, the material world, the external, your finances, your stability in the material. But look, there's also these trees, and she's got the bird, and she's clearly in a garden. So it's not just, she's not even paying attention to the pentacles. She knows she's secure in her wealth. She knows she's secure in her financial stability in her material world. So, and instead of that being her focus, though, what she's actually paying attention to are the real things she values. She's paying attention to nature. She's paying attention to her greater connections. This can be replaced. This moment right here, that cannot be. See, I read this. I, the great mother apple tree, send you full summer and sweetness of my fruit. Notice that there are many kinds of apples to choose from. As a species, I represent variety. Your species is the same. Each of you is a unique and wonderful gift from the universe. I represent beauty and choice. I represent the goddess in all her manifestations. Think of healing when you focus on me. Think of magic and the unseen fairies and divas of the nature kingdom who secretly go about their work of caring for the flora on the planet. Think of the realms of imagination and myth where dragons and unicorns still live. Take a moment to close your eyes and remember the innocence of childhood and the awe of mystery. Take a day off from worries and concerns. Travel to Glastonbury in your mind's eye and have a conversation with the goddess. Choose a variety of apples and bake a pie. Close your eyes and imagine a beautiful apple tree full of beautiful apples. Look at each apple as if it has a particular choice written on it. Let the many choices you are contemplating appear. Look carefully, and when you are ready to choose an apple that represents a choice, take a bite. Enjoy it thoroughly. Then go ahead and move towards that beautiful choice. Be willing to fully taste and experience it. And I feel like the choice here really is about you. Choosing you. Choosing to let go. Choosing your stability. Choosing not to wait for somebody else to tell you you're a star. Choosing to be complete within yourself. So, I hope that helps. I wish you all a wonderful weekend. And always, you are loved unconditionally. Namaste.